Hi everyone, here we are going to see about the Unit 5 continuation. So in this presentation, we are going to see about the weapons development, engineers as a manager, managing conflicts, and next we are going to see about the consulting engineers also. So let me see one by one. Weapons development. So the military activities that will include the World War have simulated the growth of technology. So the growth of the internet will illustrate engineers to involve in weapons development because of the following reasons. So it will give one job with a high salary. It also takes pride and honor in participating the activities towards the defense of nation. That is patriotic fervor. One can believe the fights war on terrorism and thereby contribute to peace and the stability of the country. So ironically, the wars have never won peace. Only peace can win peace. By research and development, the engineers is reducing or eliminating the risk from enemy weapons and saving one's country from disasters. So by building up the arsenals and the show of force, the country can force the rough country that is towards the regulations. Next, engineers as a managers. So the first characteristics are the engineers as a managers are it will promote the ethical climate through framing organization policies, responsibilities, and by personal attitudes and obligations. Second thing, it will resolve the conflicts by evolving the priority, developing mutual understanding, generating various alternative solutions to the problems. And the third thing will be the social responsibility to stakeholders, customers and employers. They act to develop the wealth as a welfare of the society. Next, managing conflicts. So in solving the conflicts, the force should not be restored. So that the conflict situation should be tolerated, understood and resolved by the participation by all the concerns. So the conflicts in case of project managers, it should be arise in the following manners. There is conflict based on schedules. So this will be happens because of various levels of execution, priority and limitations of each level. The conflicts arising out of fixing the priority to different projects or departments. This is to be arrived at from end requirements and it may be changed from time to time. Conflict based on the availability of personnel and conflicts over the technical, economic and time factors such as cost, time and performance level. Conflict which has been arising in administration such as authority, responsibility, accountability and logistics required. So the conflicts of personality, human psychology and ego problems. It is also having the over expenditure and the deviations. Next, peoples. So the some of the managing conflicts occurs in the global issues are peoples. That is, separate the people from problem. It implies the views of all the concerned that should be obtained. So the questions is like the what, why, when. Likewise, it should be committed in the important to know their commitment. So this impersonal approach will lead to the early solutions and it will prevent the committing errors. Second thing will be the interest. That is, it is focused mainly on the interest. That is ethical attitudes or motives, not onto the positions. Supplier may require commission larger than usual prevailing rate for agricultural product. So at the past analysis, it should tell that material is not cultivated regularly and monsoon possesses some additional risk towards the supplier. So the mutual interest that must be respected to a maximum level. That is, right is more important than who is right. Next is the options. So the options means they will generate the various options such as solutions to the problem. It also helps the manager to try the next best solutions that should be the first one fails. So the decisions on alternate solutions that can be taken more easily without the loss of time. The fourth thing will be the evaluation. So on evaluating the results, We should be based on some specific objectives such as efficiency, quality, customer satisfaction, etc. So more important is that it means that not only the goals, it should also be an ethical. Next, consulting engineers. So the consulting engineers work in a private. There is no salary from the employers, but they have charged fees from sponsor and have more freedom to decide on their projects. So they have no absolute freedom because they need to earn their living. So the consulting engineers have ethical responsibilities different from the salaried engineers, that is advertising. So the consulting engineers are directly responsible for advertising their services if they employ other consultants to assist them. But in many organizations, the responsibility is advertising the executives and the personnel department. So they are allowed to advertise but to avoid the deceptive ones. So deceptive advertising such as are by white lies, half truth, that is a product has been actually being tested on a prototype that has been claimed to introduced in the market. So exaggerated claims, that is the consultant that have been played a small role in well-known projects. They could claim to have played a major role, making false suggestions. That is the reduction in cost might have been achieved along with a reduction in strength, but the strength details are hidden. So through vague wordings or slogans. Next is the competitive bidding. That is, it means offering the prices and get something in turn for the services offered. So the organizations will have a pool of engineers, so the expertise can share their bidding is made more realistic. So but individual consultants have to be develop the creative designs and build their reputations steadily. So the clients will have to choose between the reputed organizations and proven the qualifications. So the company and the expertise of the consultants will compete and younger consultants slightly at the disadvantage. Third will be the contingency fees. So this fees or commission will be paid to the consultant when successful saving the expenses for client. So the sense of honesty and fairness is required for fixing this fees. NSP code 3.6 that is says that the engineers will not propose or accept the commission on a contingent basis, that they will judgment may be compromised. So the fees may be either as an agreed amount or fixed percentage of savings realized. So in the contingency fees agreements, the judgment of consultancy may be biased. So the consultant may be tempted to specify the inferior materials or design methods to cut the construction cost. So this fees may motivate the consultant to affect the savings in cost to the clients. So through reasonably moral and technological means. Fourth will be the safety and clients needs. So the greater freedom of consulting engineers will be the decision making on safety aspects, difficulties concerning truthfulness, which all be given in the attention. For example, design only projects, the consulting engineers may design something that have no role in the construction. So sometimes difficulties may crop up during the construction due to non-availability of sustainable materials. So some shortcuts in the constructions are lack of necessary and adequate supervision and inspection. So properly trained supervision is needed but may not happen unless it is provided. So the contractor may not understand that is being willing to modify the original design. So a few on-site inspections that may be consulting the engineers will expose the deficiency in execution and save the workers. So the public and the environments may be exposed to risk upon the completion of the projects. Thank you.